For this problem, we're going to use synthetic division to divide the following problem and then to find all zeros here. So we're given a cubic function, so we're given this f of x, and we're told to divide it by this x minus 8. So when we're asked to divide it by the x minus 8, what we're really dividing by when we're using synthetic division is by 8. Again, you kind of think of it this way. You take the x minus 8, set it equal to 0, and you solve for x. X is really an 8, so that's the number we're going to use. We put 8 in the box, drop down all your coefficients of your function. 1 for x cubed, negative 7 for x squared, negative 20 for x to the first, and then your constant. To start synthetic division, drop down the first number outside the box and multiply. 1 times the 8 is 8. Put that in the column to the right, add that column. Negative 7 plus 8 is a 1. And completely repeat this until we get to the right. 1 times 8 is 8. Put that in the column to the right and add. When we add that, we get negative 12. Negative 12 times 8 is a negative 96. And when we add that column, we get a 0. The fact that we got a 0 means when you get a 0 in that bottom right corner, it means the number that you use to test is a solution to your equation. So x actually does equal 8. It is one of our solutions for this equation here. We just need to find the second and the third answer then. Also, our function started out as a cubic equation. When we do synthetic division, it ends up being a quadratic equation. This 1 is now the coefficient of our x squared, plus 1 is the coefficient of our x, minus 12 is our constant, and this equals 0. Solve this equation. Now, solving this equation, this is a quadratic equation. We know it's a quadratic by that too. When solving a quadratic equation, always try and factor it first. If it can factor, definitely go that route. If it can't factor, throw it in the quadratic formula. Now this one here, I believe it does factor, so we're going to go ahead and try that. We know that x squared tells us x times x. Factors of 12 that add or subtract to give us 1 is a 3 and a 4. All right, the back number, if the back number is negative, these must be different signs. If the back number is positive, these must be same signs. Whatever sign the middle term has, it must go with the bigger number. Our middle term is positive, so it's going to go with the 4. And since this 12 was negative, that means these have to have different signs. The 4 is already positive, which means the 3 is negative. Once it is factored, split and solve, split and solve. Separate these. Separate the x minus 3 and the x plus 4. Set them each equal to 0 and solve each one of these mini equations. That is your second and your third solution. So when we add 3 to the other side here, we get that x is equal to 3 for our second solution. And when we subtract 4 on each side here, we get x is equal to negative 4 for our third solution. So x is equal to a negative 4, a positive 3, and a positive 8.